Hey everybody, welcome back to Get Fit with Me or Stay Fat, day 79. So my goals for today, I don't know what it is, but for the last 5 days, whenever I've gone to bed, I've been kind of hungry. And I was always like, oh well, hey, I guess I get a little hungry sometimes before bed, but I'm not exceeding that calorie goal. I'm not giving that up for a late night snack, right? Plus, normally when this would happen, it would have been after I ate pretty well for dinner. So it was a little confusing, and I thought, I don't know, maybe it's just phantom hunger or something, because I definitely can't be really hungry. But it never really went away. And then yesterday I went over with more sugary type stuff, and I was like, oh well, hey, tomorrow's a new day. Well, today's the new day. Today's the new day. And it was the same. I feel like I told Rob, I was like, man, if you put a sheet cake in front of me, I feel like I could eat the whole thing. But it also didn't quite feel like the desire to binge. Rob was so awesome. I seriously have the most considerate husband. I mean, there have been sometimes in the past where I'd be like, I want to lose weight. And he'd be like, I brought home Oreos. But with this series and everything, he's actually just been super awesome and super supportive. So he cooked up, you guys, so on Saturday we bought a quarter of a cow. We split a quarter of a cow. Our freezer is full of ground beef and steaks and beef heart and tail and just all kinds of cuts, and it's great. Rob made up this big honkin' steak today, and he did it perfectly. It's probably the best steak he's ever made. It was rare to medium rare. And I had 8 ounces. I had 8 ounces of this steak. In retrospect, I could have had more. But I had 8 ounces of this steak, and I'm adding in my calories, and I'm like, man, I'm already at 2,300 because today I don't know, I can't really explain it. What really tossed me over was eating and this sounds so lame, eating 10 Ritz crackers and 4 ounces of peanut M&Ms. When you actually hold that amount of food in your hands, and you can hold that amount of food in both hands, you're like, wow, this is 800 calories, huh? Yep, pretty much. Yeah, it's something ridiculous, something really big. But I don't know what it was. I was just like, you know what? Instead of trying to crack down and be really disciplined with myself, I was like, I'm just gonna eat all the steak. I'm gonna eat all the steak. I'm gonna eat the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna add cheese into the mashed potatoes. I'm gonna eat the peas. All of this is good. All of this is good for me. And I finished up, and it was that feed me Seymour moment. My body was like, I need more protein. And I was like, I've already eaten 103 grams of protein. My body was like, I need more protein. So I had a core power with milk. So my calorie total for today is 2703, and my protein goal for today is 154. It's 154, and if I'm perfectly honest, I feel like I could eat more. I feel like I could eat more, specifically more meat, more protein. I could drink a big glass of milk right now. And there was a time last month that was very similar, and I'm actually curious to see where in the month does that fall? Is this I don't know, did it fall 28 days ago? Is that kind of what we're dealing with? Even though I technically overate yesterday in terms of my calorie goal, I still lost weight today. So cool. So we'll see how tomorrow is. I don't know. But what I do know about tomorrow is I'm probably starting off my day with a nice cup of coffee and steak. Anyway, sleep goal last night. I was in bed and asleep by 11:30. I'm so thrilled about that. Sometimes with these calorie goals where I'm like, I know, I went over. Oh well, because my sleep goal was banging. My sleep goal was right where I wanted to be, 11:30. The only thing that would have made it better would have been if it had been at 11, because then I would have gotten an extra half an hour of sleep. And my sleep through the night was awesome. So yes, so good. And caffeine is at 20 ounces. But if I'm honest, because honesty is important, If I'd been able to have more coffee today, I would have. I forgot that I had taken the half and half from the office, so I made coffee this morning. I filled up my mug, I added some sugar, I looked for the half and half, it wasn't there, and I realized it was at home. So I put it in a Yeti mug, I did my first appointment, I had a nice break, and then I went home and put cream in my coffee and hung out with my dog and had a really nice break and a nice lunch. So getting on to the exercises. I decided to keep my exercises pretty straightforward for today instead of doing a HIIT workout. Still want to give that left hamstring a little bit more time to chill out, and I don't want to overdo it. And HIIT workouts, while they're great, definitely push. So very straightforward. I'm doing lunge pulses, left leg then right leg, doing 12. Weighted side bends, left and right, doing 12. Weighted side lunge, doing 12, although 12 includes going left and going right. 1 minute for a ball balance and 1 minute for a plank. And then as a bonus, I'm doing the mermaid side bend, but I learned about it from Cassie Ho's Pop Pilates. Well, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. If you're enjoying the series, please like and subscribe and comment and do all that good stuff. I'm gonna get started with the exercises and I'll see you once I'm done. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been dealing with a lot of tension in my knees. I've been trying to take it kind of mellow with them, but it just seems like every now and then I'll do something and I feel it again. There's a very particular noise when they're too tight. Normally when I go to kneel on the floor, there's no noise. But the last couple of weeks when I've gone to kneel on the floor, there's this noise and it sounds like As you may have guessed, that noise is not like from my knees in particular, it's from me. That noise has been coming out a lot, and so the need for some rest and some relaxation for my legs has been pretty important. Then, just as they started feeling a little bit better, I felt this pull on the back of my left hamstring, and all I could think was, you know what? I feel like my body is trying to shore up. I feel like things are changing. I need to not keep slamming on the maxi climber, doing squats, and doing lunge variations. I love all of those exercises, but right now with my legs needing a little bit of rest, they're definitely not welcome. I also didn't realize how important my recovery walks were. If I'm totally honest, I always called them recovery walks, but they were kind of more like cheat days with activity. I definitely knew that they did their job, but I didn't realize how important it was for my recovery. I haven't gone on them the last couple of weeks because I've been waiting for my dog to finish recovering from spay surgery. And so we have gone on walks the last couple of days, and immediately I noticed my legs feeling better. They feel a little bit looser, a little bit more relaxed, and I'm not getting that pain and discomfort in my knees and behind my knees. Oh yeah, and for this part, you should definitely play Weapon of Choice because I am definitely dancing on that ball. I ended up going over by like another minute and 10 seconds just because I was so into this song. And it's a bummer because of all the music that is available on CapCut. Weapon of Choice is not one of them. So you can do with this, you could do with that. You can do with this, you could do with that. You could do with this, you could do with that. You could do it up, do. You can do with this, you could do with that. You could do with this, you could do with that. You could do As I said, this continues for another full minute and like 10 seconds on the ball. And the song is really long, so it continues to continue while I am in the plank. And it's so counterintuitive that you would think like, oh, being in a plank is tough. Moving around in the plank has to be worse. But no, moving around in the plank makes the plank so much easier. I'm just here, bebopping along, doing my thing, and I'm done. All right, well, that definitely does it for me tonight. I felt like that was a really good workout. I don't think I overdid it on my legs. I guess I'll find out for sure one way or another tomorrow. Did notice some slight cracking, creaking, popping. I'm gonna call them elder noises. Probably going to increase as I get older, probably the beginning of all of that. I do kind of wonder if my body isn't still adjusting to the weight loss and adjusting to things being different. My legs were one of the first things that changed. First it was my calves, and now I'm seeing my thighs slim up and my butt's developing, so that's cool. I mean, I'm happy about it. I feel like Rob is thrilled about it, so 5 stars. Man, I was doing that ball balance and I was kind of struggling, and then Weapon of Choice came on by Fatboy Slim. And yeah, all of a sudden I was on the ball for another full minute and kind of bouncing around for about 90 to 100 seconds of those 2 minutes. So man, the right song makes all the difference. So thanks again everyone for joining me tonight. I'll see you tomorrow for day 80.